Welcome along to Wednesday night's game with goal time as Newcastle take on Manchester United. Newcastle take on Manchester United then at 7:45 on Wednesday evening, a fixture that can often throw up an awful lot of goals and has done in the past. Maybe this is your opportunity to get on 4 goals and win a share of that big jackpot, or even win it outright on Wednesday. Manchester United, though, for a team in the top 10, they've got one of the worst away records, so maybe this season isn't the time to go with them. They're going for a Champions League place, but there's only the Red Devils fans who think they're going to get there. Newcastle boss John Carver wants the job full-time. He'll be looking to keep it tight and get a close home win for the Geordies. But what do the stats tell us about Wednesday's match?
Well, Newcastle have a distinct profile of scoring second-half goals, Nick. They've scored 69% of their goals in the second half this season. That's the highest percentage of any Premier League team. Also, 50% of their goals have come in the last 30 minutes. I don't know how much of this is actually just a symptom of the Alan Pardew regime, because he really did keep it tight in the opening halves of matches when Pardew was in charge at Newcastle. Obviously, he went in the new year. John Carver's now in charge. We've not seen a great difference in what they've been doing recently, although I will note that in 3 of the last 5 Newcastle games, they've scored their opening goal between minutes 30 and 45, just before half-time. Something possibly for goal-time players to look for there if you're looking for a Newcastle United goal. Let's look at Manchester United stats then, and they're exactly 50-50 first half and second half goals this season. They've scored 46 in total, and they're probably the spot where they're scoring the most goals is between minutes 15 and 30, where they've got 11 this season. Also look for just after half-time. Maybe a bit of a hangover from the Sir Alex Ferguson regime, when they used to come out for the second half with a bit of a flea in their ear. The hairdryer treatment had been administered, and they come out and they do well in the early stages of the second half. They've scored 10 goals between minutes 45 and 60 this season, so maybe still some residual Ferguson effect there.
Well, that's what the stats tell us, but what do you think? So if you think the goals are going to come just before half-time for Newcastle or just after half-time for Manchester United, you can get your go with goal time. 20 options on each of the teams, of course. £1 gets you 1 goal. You can go with that as many times as you like during the game. It doesn't have to be just once. If your time comes and goes, then get on again until the final whistle. You can keep playing. Obviously with 2, 3 or 4 goals, that is not the case. 4 goals, though, wins you that £100,000 jackpot. So you pick your goal time. Get on, win big.